Hi, this is Leigh Ambergy, stampwithleigh.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Mentor, Ohio, and thank you for joining me for today's video. This is the card we're going to be making today, and it features the Trusty Tools bundle, and it is also featuring the Trusty Toolbox Designer Series paper, which you can get for free. So, and here's the inside of the card, but let me just bring this in. This is in the current mini catalog, and that is this bundle. It is this stamp set and dies. Where I have okay, so there we have the stamp set. It's photopolymer, and the dies have all kinds of stuff in there. I mean, this is like a pegboard. I haven't used that yet. I really haven't used that set this much. But yeah, that is the bundle. And if you purchase the bundle, that's $54.75, and then that means you qualify for a free celebration item, and ta-da, get your Designer Series paper for free. So that's what we're going to be working with today, and this is a very simple, easy card to do. You're just stamping and die cutting. That's it. So our happiest of birthdays, that greeting is from the Throughout the Year stamp set that is red rubber. And this set was featured in the previous mini catalog, and it's a carryover item, but it is now featured as an online exclusive. And I have also used the deckled rectangles and the deckled circle dies for this card. So I'm done with the circle, and we'll be using that. And I'm also going to be using this die, and this is going to cut out the Designer Series paper. There's a piece of Designer Series paper that has all these tools on it. On this one, when I was making this card, I forgot, and I had my die setting out, and I have forgotten that I had a die, and I just did a fussy cut. But it's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. So let's get started with this. So my card base, here it is. My card base is gray granite. It's 5.5 by 8.5. And I am just going to fold this in the center and burnish with a bone folder. And all of the dimensions and a listing of all the products that I'm using for this card are listed on my blog, stampwithleigh.com. And if you're watching this from my YouTube channel, in the description box, there's a link you can copy and paste that will take you to this blog post so that you can get all of that information. So here's my piece of Designer Series paper. And this I've already cut out with my deckled circle, and that is also from that Trusty Toolbox Designer Series paper. So, get that out of the way. So on this, all we're going to do is, there we go. One is inside, one is outside. Because if you noticed, I said, which, I mean, if I'd have messed up, it would have been okay. But this one goes here. So you grab some adhesive. And you know what? I'm going to use my liquid because I want to make sure I can get that to the edges to line up. So this is our Tombow multi-purpose liquid adhesive, and I have just put mine in a very fine tip squeeze bottle. I like that a lot better. I have more control. I usually don't have control over anything, but I can at least get control over that. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I've got my cardstock flat on my glass mat so that I can at least know I've got that edge lined up. And then I am just going to make sure that that is adhered. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to just grab a glass block just to make sure that that gets nice and firm. Okay, we're going to do some stamping as soon as I get my mat out. All right, so on this is our inside piece. So this is this piece, and it's You're the Most Awesome. And I love that greeting. The only thing I think that would make it better would be because you're the most awesomeness is. So I have gray granite. Everything is gray granite. So I have gray granite ink. Make sure I get that inked up really good. And I like doing, just personal preference, I like doing the majority of my gradings at the top of my cardstock for the simple reason I write. And sometimes I don't even stamp inside because I write. I am a writer. I always have been. Since I was in junior high. So, and that's dating myself, junior high, because now it's middle school. Okay, and then these are the little tools, or the little tools. This is the not the screw and the bolt. There we go. I guess not screw, bolt. But anyway, I'm just going to stamp that at the top. Okay, so that's our inside. So I'm just going to hang on to that for a minute. Now I'm going to take this, because this is our greeting. Happiest of birth. Oh, and I did not pull that out of our stamp set. Here we go. I had forgot I needed this, and I had put my, I cleaned my stamp and put it away. All right, so let's see if we can get this. Get it, see if I've got it straight. No, I don't think so. No, we are kind of crooked there. Let's see if this one's better. Yeah, it looks somewhat better. Okay, here we go. Again, I'm using gray granite. And I stamped on my mat. I didn't need to because it was red rubber, but it was still there, and I just left it there. Okay, so get stamps over here out of the way. We are going to run this through. I've got the Stampin' Cut Mini off to the side, so we're going to run this through. Let's see, maybe if I can get both of these on here. So we're going to run this through with the deckled rectangle. And I really don't want that to move on me. So I'm just going to adhere it with some tape. Now I have snipped this out from the designer series paper. And like I said, when I did this originally, I forgot that there was that there was a die that coordinated with this, and I just fussy cut. And I don't mind fussy cutting. I know a lot of people, they don't like doing that, but I don't know, sometimes it's kind of relaxing. Okay, so we're going to run this through Stampin' Cut Mini. Okay, we've got these here. And that should be completely attached. Okay, there we go. And this, I think, might be a little bit short on the end, but I'm going to just change up something just a little different with this card that we're doing. Use that again. Garbage. Keep. I, off camera, die cut this little wrench in a piece of thick basic white cardstock. I had a scrap piece because I want to give this a little bit more body. And it just at the end, barely, but you can't really see. So that's good. So what I'm going to do on here is just take my liquid adhesive. And I'm going to add some glue on my fingers. Put this on top. And then once I pick it up, I can put it between my fingers because I want this to be a little bit sturdier. On this is fine. This is perfect just the way it is. But I want to raise this greeting up. So if this designer series paper, just the edge of this is on the edge of here, designer series paper is thin. It's not as thick as cardstock. So I wanted to give a little bit more meat, make my designer series paper a little bit more sturdy since this was going to be up. And I am going to have dimensionals behind here, but I just didn't want it to start doing a wave effect. So keep that in mind. If there's something that you're die cutting from designer series paper and you want it to have a little bit more oomph to it, die cut out of white cardstock, or if it's dark, whatever, thick white or whatever, die cut a piece of white or whatever color cardstock would look best, and just attach that to it. So that's what we're going to do. So let me get my card base back, and we're going to put this on the card, and we're going to start to assemble this. So hopefully I can get this centered. Not too bad. It's not too bad. I've had worse. I have had so much worse. I don't know if you've noticed, but this has just got a little bit like shading on there. So I really like that. Let's do that. All right, now I want this on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a glue dot, because in case you didn't know it, glue dots are really, really strong. And I'm putting that, if you can see, just right up here in this corner, because I want to attach this right there. Okay, so I've got that attached. It's attached with my glue dot. And then now I'm going to put some, well, there's a little half one. I can stick you up there. I'm going to put dimensionals behind this because I want all of this to be lifted. I want it to have a little bit more dimension than this one. And again, I use every piece part of my dimensionals that there are. So we'll get the backing off of there. In case you people are always wondering, like, why does she always hold that up and then flinging things off camera? I have, it's an IKEA, I don't know, it's kind of rack that my punches are on the wall facing me. And on that I have a 31 little container with a strap. And that's where I throw all my scraps while I'm sitting at my desk working. So in case you're wondering, like, what's she doing? That's what I'm doing. So I'm going to put this here. Okay, and that's going to go there where it's standing up. And then I already die cut off camera. This is the, not only do you have the stamp, that's the bolt, the screw, and the nut or whatever. And I have that in here so I wouldn't lose it. You also get the little die cuts. So we are going to attach those to the card. And I have my tweezers because these are hard to pick up. And when I try to pick them up, I usually end up getting glue all over my fingers, and then nothing sticks because it sticks to my fingers. And this is where this fine tip glue bottle really comes in handy. And that's all I'm going to need. So let's put that there. And I find it sometimes it's a lot easier to get my little tiny piece part on my tweezer first. And then, instead of trying to put the adhesive on it and then trying to pick it up, because sometimes, yeah, that doesn't work either. Alrighty, so there's the front. And again, like I said, I've just popped this up with dimensionals. That's the only thing different. And now we're going to put in our inside greeting. And again, all of the dimensions for this card will be listed on my blog, and also a listing of all of the products used. So again, isn't that such a great, I was going to say a great masculine card, just to someone, but you know, I had a really good friend, one of my best friends. Her dad was not handy. Was not a handy guy. It was her mom that was always like fixing the loose screw for the cabinet, or Mrs. Rice. Mrs. Rice was the one that had the power tools. So even does not have to be for a guy. But anyway, such a cute and easy card using our Trusty Tools bundle and our Trusty Toolbox Designer Series paper that you can get free during celebration. So thanks so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Bye.